Workout started. GPS on. Auto pause.
So today I'm going to the golf course, but before I get there, I'm going to buy some potatoes from a guy that I've been watching for many, many months over the last few years grow potatoes in his backyard. Today is the day he is selling his spuds. So the first part is going to be e-bike and then run. Okay, I'll see you later.
Maybe you look at a few potatoes that maybe have roots on them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Workout resumed.
Bye-bye. So I still haven't oiled the squeak on my saddle, but that's going to be brief today. Most of the recording will be after I get to the golf course. I do have my Sony with me. At the moment I'm recording with my phone around my neck in its famous pouch.
Time 1 minute. Average heart rate 58.
I just have to remember to get the volume setting for Samantha later on turned up a little bit, because I'm going to be using my Sony then and I have to be able to hear it. Today is going to be 2 loops of the golf course. About an hour of running, maybe a little less. Here comes the bump. Got it. So the smoke still hasn't really settled at ground level, but the high altitude smoke is blocking the sunlight like it was yesterday morning.
Time 2 minutes. Average heart rate 96.
Which means that we're not getting nearly as much heat as was expected. Well, that's the thing. You see, most of the heat we get in the summer is radiated heat from the sun. And if you're putting in smoke in between the sun and the earth, you're not going to cut down on some of that heat, that's for sure. So, zipping along. Oh, I'm only in Parasis 1, so I just boosted it to 2 now and adjusted my derailleur gear to give me the right cadence for this speed. I checked Facebook this morning just to see what was going on this weekend, and I see that Dwayne and JD and Anthony have got together for a run, a long run, so we can expect a long episode from the boys as I approach the 1 kilometer mark. No need to push the button today. So I'm actually cycling on the cycle path that they recently installed here. It's really good. They're building the infrastructure all over Victoria for cycling as a priority. And now there's a laneway that I take as I brake in case of pedestrians.
Time 4
Very
minutes.
soon I'll
Average
be
heart
at
rate 91.
the place where the guy is selling his potatoes. I might have to wait a little bit, but as always, I think I might be first. Carnegie Crescent, that's where he lives. I have my cattle bike today for two reasons. One, because I'm going to be out in the heat for over an hour with the e-biking to and from, and also because it gives me my hands free for holding my voice recorder. I didn't bring my good camera because, quite frankly, it's not very good camera weather today. But here I am at the potato guy.
Time 5 minutes. Average heart rate 89.
Good morning. Hi. I've come to buy some potatoes off you. Am I too early?
No, you're right on time.
Good, good. I remember seeing you plant these potatoes twice. You've had two crops.
This is the second year.
Yeah.
It was sort of a COVID project, and clean up the weeds in the yard project.
Yeah, and you also had some sort of herbal ley on the thing for the winter.
That's right. It was mainly winter rye.
Yeah.
And then that gets dug back into the soil.
So how was your crop? I'm excited to see this.
Good. Quite good.
Can I have a peek?
Yeah,
Sure, please do.
This is the Yukon?
That's right.
Oh, they're large.
Yeah.
Wow, you did great. How deep were they?
They were planted about that deep, and then some soil put on top of them in a little, like a couple of extra inches of soil put on top.
Yeah. Did you ever have to mound them as they grew?
Well, that was my attempt at mounding.
Yeah.
So I'll, some mounding, yeah.
All right. I have $6. How can I work this? I know you're doing 5 for 5, 2 for 2.
Well, take one of these.
Yep.
And could I give you 2 pounds of seconds for $1?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, would any of these plants grow if I put the potatoes in the ground, if I cut them?
They would grow, but it's not really the right time of year.
No.
I mean, maybe they would overwinter and come up next year, but it's really you plant them in the spring is the usual.
Okay, it's because I've got a composter that's full of unsifted compost. It's basically leaf litter and lawn trimmings. And I was thinking that at the end of the batch, when I have a few that might be sprouting, I could put them somewhere cool and then bring them out for the spring.
Well, if they're sprouting all like in the fall, they're probably not going to last until the spring. So I would wait and try and find some potatoes in the spring and put them in. But they would probably grow. Often I find in compost, people might put some old potatoes there and they just grow. Yeah,
volunteers.
Volunteers.
That's what happened to me this year. I got 1 day's worth of potatoes out of it.
So anyway, I'm not sure the timing is right. I think it's a good idea. But
I got $6 for you anyway.
Okay, well, I'll get I'll get a little bag of a couple of.
Are all these the same, roughly the same size, shape?
Yeah, these are large. Yeah.
All right, and these ones are just a smaller bag of the.
Yeah.
Well, I could always take just 3 small bags, couldn't I?
You could, although personally these I don't have very many of. So I'd prefer you take one of these.
All right, well, you're going to do me a deal on the other ones, the seconds? All right, thank you.
These are the other variety. So these are Kennebec, so you can just
I can try them both
try
that
them
way.
out. And I would use these first. But
Do they keep just as well as the other ones?
they should, but since they're seconds,
Yeah.
they're not going to keep as well.
What makes them seconds?
Well,
The
sometimes they have a little ding in them.
Uh-huh.
You know, when I'm harvesting them. So
They might be damaged by the fork or whatever.
yeah,
All right, well, I'm off to the golf course.
they are.
Workout resumed.
And they, so I would use the seconds first. And,
All right.
these are known
Auto pause.
to be superior French fry potatoes.
All right, well,
So I call them the Cadillac of French fry potatoes.
well, that's great. I noticed your brass ornament there in the flower bed. It's looking good.
It's actually also, it's an ornament, but it actually is a sprinkler.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, well, nice to do business with you.
Yeah.
I'm off to run the golf course now.
Very good. Nice activity. Get there early
Yeah.
before it warms up.
And also before too many people
Workout
get there
resumed.
as well.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Well, that was interesting. Now I head for the golf course.
Time 6 minutes. Average heart rate 86.
Okay, well, seeing as I'm going to be recording more at the golf course, I will stop this audio section right now. If I can do that without dropping my phone. Maybe I should stop a second. It'd be a shame to break my phone. And it's 13 minutes to edit later on. Stop.